So Wayne, good solid performance tonight. First game back for pre-season. What were your thoughts on the game as a whole?
Yeah, really pleased. It's always nice to win by such a margin. Although that's not the most important thing in this early stage of pre-season. We want to see things that we've worked on hard in pre-season training. I think we saw that in terms of the way that we've passed it, in terms of the way that we've pressed. The work rate was phenomenal all game. And some really positive and encouraging signs. Loads to work on still. Lots to improve on, lots of areas that we can still do better in. But fantastic start for the first friendly. Everybody's attitude and application were first class. You can only win by such a big score if you're professional and your attitudes and your mentality's right. I have to say the lads were first class in that aspect. Some really standout performances in both halves. Obviously, you know we've played primarily two different sides in each half, two different formations. There's other formations that we want to try, and pre-season we've made a lot of signings, and pre-season's going to be more about trying to find combinations, trying to find out what formation suits us best. So it'll be a little bit of a mixed bag in that respect, but and sometimes you can lose your fluidity, and sometimes you can lose the momentum and the impetus, but we never did that today. So credit to the boys. I thought the fitness levels looked outstanding, and again, you know, we've still got a month of pre-season, if not more, to work on that. So really delighted. Let's not read too much into things. I'm not being disrespectful in any way to tonight's opposition. I think they've come and given a good account of themselves. I think they've caught us on a really good night. You know, there might be tougher tests to come in pre-season. I'm not overly concerned whether we win every game or lose every game in pre-season. It's more about working on things and getting the fitness levels right. But really pleasing and positive signs, and great just to have 5 minutes in there with the fans and hear the positivity regarding tonight's performance.
You've used 4 trialists today, 2 of which were on the score sheet, which can only mean positive things. What were your thoughts on the trialists in their run-outs for you this evening?
Again, all 4 gave really good accounts of themselves. They've been showing up well in training. They've not looked out of place at all. They've been with us now for 4 or 5 weeks, and they're showing a real desire to try and force us hand in terms of offering them you know, a deal to join us. And you know, not just the 2 boys that have scored, but all 4 are you know, they're staking claims, and saying, you know, we're worth becoming part of this brand new, exciting young squad. So we'll give them a couple of more opportunities. We want to see a little bit more. But first impressions in terms of the actual game scenario, very favourable, and just, you know, potentially adds you know, more depth, more choice, more quality to what's already a pretty good squad.
Obviously, you said result doesn't matter. It's about fitness levels, I suppose, at this time of the season. But as a manager, how pleased are you to see 6 different people get on the score sheet?
Yeah, that's really pleasing, and I think we've probably left a few goals out there as well tonight. I think in our general play was of a really high standard. There's been some really good combination play. There's been some good goals scored tonight. Some really high quality goals actually. So that bodes really well. Like I said, tons and tons of stuff that we can still work on. We've literally done 1 session where we've incorporated, you know, a little bit of shape and organisational stuff and how we want to play. So there's a lot more that we can do on that side of things. But yeah, listen, this football club's last season forgot how to win games of football. So it would, whilst results are not the key, it would be nice to have a really positive pre-season, get the lads into that winning groove and winning mentality, and try and really start the season on the front foot and in a positive way and kick on, you know, and confidence and momentum, big things in football, you know. So if we can have a really good pre-season, that will help. But as I said, whether we win all the games or lose all the games is almost irrelevant. When the real stuff starts, that's when it counts. But as I said, just to repeat myself, it's a really encouraging start. But again, I you know, I just want the fans to have a little bit of sense of a realism. Not every game's going to go like that during pre-season, and of course in the season. There'll be games where we're a little bit frustrated, it's a little bit bitty, it's a little bit patchy because of all the changes that we make. But that won't mean that it's not a good performance. So I think we just need to stay calm, keep working hard. I think we've got a brilliant bunch of players. I think we've got a great work ethic, and I think we've seen the start of the team that we want to be this season tonight. So long may that continue. And like I said, can't praise them enough without getting carried away or going overboard. Brilliant start, but that's all it is. It's a start.
Yeah, we mentioned in commentary, just taking away the goals, just how much of a quick press the team played this evening, both in the 4-2-3-1 formation and the 4-4-2 formation. How important is it for you as a manager to see your players wanting to win that ball back when we're off the ball?
Yeah, like, listen, I'm not comparing us with these teams, but the best teams in the world do that and work hard and press high and win the ball back high up the pitch. You know, so if they can do that, then then why can't we? We won't do it as well as them at times. There'll be times when it don't work. There'll be times when teams play through that press. But what we wanted to introduce was pace, hunger, desire and work rate, and I think you've seen that in abundance tonight. And if we can continue with that, and we can continue with the brand of football that we want to try and introduce, and we believe in that, then I think that we can do really well this season. So, you know, like I said, it's a difficult statement because we're one game into pre-season, and we've only probably had 4 training sessions of contact. So it's still very early, but I keep repeating it. You couldn't ask for a better start. So let's look to push on from that. Let's not rest on his laurels and think we've cracked it, because we've still got a lot of work to do. Brand new team, a lot of new faces, a lot of relationships and combinations to build, different formations to try. There's so much more work that we still need to do. But for me, and I'm sure you and the fans will agree based on tonight's performance, we're on the right tracks.
Okay, finally, no George Green tonight. I believe he picked up a knock in training on Saturday. What's the latest on George's fitness and return to playing football? So
we thought George was quite serious on Saturday. He went for an X-ray. Unfortunately, the news were good, and it's not a broken collarbone or broken clavicle, which we thought it might be. It's actually just damaged his ligaments in his shoulder. So 1 to 2 weeks. Better news than we were expecting. We'll keep his fitness levels up in between, but we're all excited to see George, and he just adds another dimension potentially to his play as well. So softly for a week to 10 days. He'll be doing some fitness stuff in between, and we'll get him back playing as soon as it's safe to do so, and he doesn't run the risk of aggravating that injury any further, because he has the potential to be a really important player for us this season. So you know, you don't want to take too many risks at this stage in pre-season. Yeah,
brilliant, fantastic. Well, thanks Wayne, well done tonight, and we'll see you again on Saturday.
Top man.
Cheers.
Thanks, Greg.